Good morning, guys. So, you guys remember yesterday in this Vodi Bakum video how I mentioned that the psychology of the books being behind the person. Actually, hold on. I'll just let the video say it again. That whenever you're told an exoteric meaning for something, there will always be an esoteric meaning if there are crossed swords. This is the staff that would be for shepherding crossed with the sword. And we're not using we're not allowed to use symbolism to be able to explain what things are like this. I totally missed this. There's a ladder right there for the Kabbalah tree for them to be able to go up and down on. The symbolism of the Kabbalah is right there, and they really want you to think that they're smart. That's why they put so many books there. None of those people have read all those books, but the psychology that's behind them putting all those books there is that they can make you think that they're very, very smart by putting books behind them. Go and look at every single YouTuber, pastor that you think that you should be trusting, and look at their bookcase, how full it is, and how you give them credit for being great men based on the fact that they've read all of those books, but those things could just be a stage prop. Okay, stage prop, right? Let's go take a look at this. You guys see this bookcase? Let's take a look at what's in it. Sears by Gore is right here over on the left. So these bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish of those, plus all of these on the left-hand side, appeared to have the same book producers logo on the corner for Destiny Book Publishing, I think is that one. They are using the Rams as their bookends. Here's the first place where there are at least 1, 2, 3 books with no logos, or at least that they're showing. There's several more. They could just be blurred out a little bit. I get that, but this isn't what we're looking at. Remember that people think that they're really smart. Here's great artists from the something School of Great Artists. I can't tell. Something books. Oh, from the Sketchbooks of Great Artists. Okay. That appears to be a magnifying glass turned sideways, laying down on the shelf with a horn antler as the handle. I've already found a book in here. If you understood the Golden Gate symbology of the Kabbalah, that's how the fallen angels go on ley lines and transport themselves into what these guys call portals so that they can be possessed. They travel along golden gates. You can go look that up. It's another esoteric thing that you should know about. But this right here is called Woman in This Town. What does woman in this town have to do with God? The faith of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. What does that have to do with it? This is what I was referring to when I said these things are just stage props. Actually, let's let Bill talk for a second.
Right. Because then you're going against his will. Right. But when you're really in a position to be a part of the answer, but when I turn out right for his glory and for our strength, it's always, those two elements are always involved.
Hold on. Okay, sorry, a neighbor stopped by. Let's rewind this a bit. See what Bill Johnson had to say.
Filter change situations for you.
Well, first of all, it gives me the assurance that no matter what's happening, it's going to turn out right for his glory and for our strength. It's always, those two elements are always involved, number one. But number two, it's remove the questions. My first reaction used to be, why God? Why would you do this? Right. Why would you cause this to happen or whatever? And now that doesn't even come to mind. It doesn't come to mind. So it means now I'm actually positioned to be a part of the answer. But when I think if he's causing a problem, you don't want to fix it. Right. Because then you're going against.
If God's causing a problem, you don't want to go against it. God's not causing the problem, he's allowing the problem. There's a difference between causing and allowing, Bill. You just said God's causing the problem. Your God, Lucifer, is causing some problems. Like making people think that you are a Christian when you're practicing the faith of the Babylonians, the fallen angels, and Freemasonry. And not caring that you're not shepherding correctly according to Scripture, but according to your own vain imaginations. Remember that Cain's offering to God was not acceptable because there were already precepts in place of what God wanted for his offerings. Your offerings as Freemasonic Luciferians is not acceptable to God according to Scripture. Not your money. Don't bring in your prostitution money and your whoring and all that stuff into the temple of God. And yet you guys are doing that. That's the basis of Bethel's movement, is that they will do everything the exact opposite of what Scripture tells us to do. Opposite, opposite, opposite. Always. So guys, stage props inside this group are common. Let's go look and see what that book is even about. So this looks to be the Amazon version. Let's see. New York, Paris, Melbourne, Tokyo, Madrid, and London. Women in this town. Okay, they've got a couple of pictures for us to look at. This is what the book is that's up on that shelf inside this set, is pictures of women. Photographer, art director, and fashion enthusiast Giuseppe Santamaria. Santamaria? That's one of those Babylonian call signs, so I'd go look up both of those names and see what the origins are of each of those names. Because when the witches make up their names, they take two things that would be connected like that. Takes us to the streets of 6 incredible cities to showcase the unique and stylish women that inhabit these towns, from classic elegance to menswear. Inspired casual, a woman's dress style speaks volumes about her personality and the city she inhabits. Featuring interviews with everyday women whose distinctive styles cut a fine figure in the world of women's fashion. This striking photographic collection will take you on a global sartorial adventure. This is the information about that guy. We don't really care about it. So, this book that has nothing to do with Yeshua HaMashiach, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, is a stage prop on Bethel's videos. Stay sharp, guys. These suckers are hiding everywhere.